Hello, I'm ThatBuilderBoi and welcome back to Swamp League. We're at the third heat, but last time out, we saw Bojangler completely wipe the floor with all of its opponents using its amazing control and driving to score the maximum of 9 points. For this heat, we have 4 all-new bots, so let's take a look at them now. First up, we have Dato with a very powerful horizontal mid-cutter bar spinner. It is also very agile around the arena. However, with a weapon as big as that, like Champagne back in Heat 1, it can be kinda dangerous to itself. The Heat 1 similarities don't stop there, as we have Duck's Jimbo James, where it can swap between a drum or an undercutter, making it very versatile. And, wait a minute. Where's Jimbo James gone? I can't find him anywhere. Up and Away has gained a reputation for being one of the most powerful flippers in the competition, and it's also quite low. But with so much power comes great responsibility, as Shaiken needs to drive absolutely perfect in order for this thing to be so dominant. Last but not least, we have Yoink from Chaotic Robotics, who you may recognize from NHRL, which competed there in June of last year. This amazing controlling lifter bot has very low forks, but they have vulnerable back wheels and rear, so they need to keep the front pointed to their opponents at all times. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at our first fight between the two spinners, Dato and Jimbo James.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So Heat C is off and underway, and Jimbo James is looking to continue the winning streak that Duck Robots have already, with Innoxious and Bojangler being in the grand final. And look at that, that was already an insane maneuver there by Jimbo James. They are using the drum weapon for this match. It does have an interchangeable weapon, feeling that the drum will be better for taking on the spinner of Dato. Dato, that spinner whirring away, built by ThatBuilderBoi, hasn't won a heat yet. In fact, well, like I said, it's only Duck who's won a heat so far. Jimbo James rolling over, but it does have a self-righting mechanism there. A very effective Shri Mech as well. It was a very, I guess, weird incident with a drum at the start of the match, but it seems that, well, we're getting back on track here. And some nice blows here and there. And again, another really nice hit there by Dato, knocking Jimbo James away. Not Jimbo Jones, that's a Simpsons character. Jimbo James. James, not Jones. And again, Jimbo James getting flipped up and over. Dato's getting knocked around as well. Both machines definitely delivering the big hit so far. And Jimbo was on its side then. Dato knocking it down. I wouldn't have done that to Double J Jimbo James if I was in that. If I was in the driver's booth, I definitely wouldn't have done that. You know, let Duck use up I guess sort of like the respawn feature, the unstick feature. You know, every robot here only has like one way to deal with it, but it doesn't matter because it's a ring out. Okay. I do apologize. I was not on the ball there. I was just thinking, well, you know, Jimbo James, you know, use a bit of strategy, make it use up the unstick feature. But as soon as I was explaining that, well, they just got knocked out of the arena. Well, that was very quick, very frantic, and a very good way to start the heat. Congratulations to Datos. And, well, a very good win it was indeed.
Dato starting off strong with an out-of-the-arena knockout, giving itself 3 points. Now it's time for the two non-spinners of the heat to do battle.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
If someone has to ask me a favorite for the heat, it'd have to be Up and Away. I love a good flipper. But Yoink, one of the most experienced, I guess, robots in Swamp League, already having experience in NHRL real-life robot combat. So how would it fare in computerized video game robot combat, I wonder? Well, currently Up and Away is taking them to school here, throwing Yoink all over the arena right now. Shaiken already has 2 robots to get through to the wildcard selection in Concoction and BB, Bronze Bomber. Not Blonde Bomber, Bronze Bomber. I really am not on the ball today. I do deeply apologise. But look at that for a flip! And very nearly getting a ring out there. I think Yoink is probably going to use the unstick here. They are stuck, unless if Up and Away tries to come in and capitalize, come in for the kill, throw them out the arena, you know, much like many of the great flippers in our sport, you know, your Chaos 2s, Dantom Kias, Gravities, Broncos, Hydras, you name it. Up and Away is looking to, well, you know, to stake its place as well. I guess like the Chaos 2 of Swamp League, of this game, Battle RC. And it's definitely proven here so far, dominating Yoink here. Yoink, it is a lifter, similar to flippers, but they're a lot more controlled. They're more about getting robots in to stuck, tricky situations, immobilize them, control them around. But that doesn't mean a thing when you're up against an insanely powerful flipper like Up and Away. This is one of the most powerful flippers that we have seen so far. It's insanely powerful. And I can see this machine going very far in this heat and honestly this series. Now all these machines are also looking for that top seeding in the final bracket, in the grand finals. You know, Bojangler's got a very high chance of getting it at the 9 points, but if a machine gets 9 points here, it could be in contention as well. And Up and Away, I feel, is the machine to do it. But Yoink toppling them up and over there. Not capitalizing, not taking them to the screws or saws or anything. Yoink really struggling to deal with a machine like this. I mean, we've seen flippers already. I mean, Arctic were very impressive, but Up and Away, look at just the sheer amount of air Yoink is getting. But Yoink proven to be very well controlled, trying to get in around it behind with Up and Away. It does have a high ground clearance at the back, and again, managing to get behind Up and Away. And this could be a comeback. This could be an insane comeback. I don't believe it. Oh my God, is that in the ring out? Well, we're starting to count, and this could be a major upset. This is a major upset. This looks to be here. Up and Away. Well, oh, it uses the unstick. I think it's because Yoink moved them. That's poor control. They would have been counted out and deemed as a ring out if they didn't move them. That is very poor control. But Up and Away. Oh well, that could be telling for later on. That was a thrilling battle, that was. Up and Away, dominant throughout. Yoink getting in some good lifts, but Up and Away, coming in with flip after flip. I think they definitely will be winning the judge's decision for sure. But Yoink did very nearly beat them. That's the thing, the high ground clearance at the back of Up and Away is suspectable. It really is, and that could be telling for later on. As you can see here, Yoink very nearly getting the ring out, but Up and Away just about survived.
And the winner, by split decision, is Up and Away. Perhaps a controversial decision, but Up and Away edges it to take the 2 points. Up is back in the arena and is now taking on the table leaders, Dato.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, both machines were very impressive in their first battle, but both machines definitely did struggle. They weren't easy wins. Up and Away very nearly lost it all to Yoink near the end of the battle. And Datos did struggle against Jimbo James, Double J Jimbo James. Getting in some like nasty hits to the blade and the body, some nasty spinner collision. But now we have a good old-fashioned horizontal spinner versus pneumatic flipper battle. And oh my God, look at the hit that was! Datos' spinner is insanely powerful, one of the most powerful spinners in this series for sure. And Up and Away, definitely coming in with the flips. They want to end this one quickly if they don't want to get too badly damaged, because Datos can very easily just rip out chunks of Up and Away, or very well just knock them into the ring out zone like they did with Jimbo James. Something that, well, caught me off guard, that was for sure. Now, you know, like I said, flipper versus horizontal spinner, very much, you know, like Chaos 2 versus Hypnodisc in Robot Wars Series 3. Hopefully it'll be a bit of a better battle unlike that actual fight here. And, well, if it is lackluster, there are no house robots for you to have fun with Up and Away. And Up and Away, definitely sending Dato sky high there. Now, both machines, top of the leaderboard, they really want to win this heat, as neither Builder or Shiken have made it. Neither of their machines have made it to the grand finals. And, well, with them topping the leaderboard early on, this win is very vital for them to make sure one of their machines can get through. Up and away. Again, another big flip, throwing Dato sky high and nearly hitting him into the hammer. And that was a big blow again. Both machines getting taken across the arena floor. Up and away, stuck on the saw blades and trying to come for another huge flip. Trying to throw Dato sky high. Throw him into the stratosphere. And another big flip there. And again, another very powerful flip. Dato's hopping and bouncing around. You're a robot, not a rabbit. Get back on your wheels. Up and away. Trying to come for another big flip onto Datos. And again, and oh, Datos knocking up and away, up and over. How many times am I going to say up, down, left, right, BA start? If you input that code, you get 30 extra lives in Contra. And up and away, trying to again come for another good strong flip onto Datos. Datos getting flung about here, landing on the saws. Nasty landing that was. Datos not really getting that spinner up to speed like it was in the last battle, although it has delivered out some vicious blows. It's an insanely powerful spinner, but they are up against one of the most powerful of flippers, that's for certain. And it looks like it is going to go to another judge's decision unless something crucial happens here. I don't think it will, so we'll just have to see what the judges decree.
Cease.
Very close battle, too close to call for me. It really depends on what side the weapon effectiveness you was impressed with more. Was it the powerful flipper or the massive blows Datos caused? It was a very, very close battle, very back and forth. Both machines showing off what they are made of, both machines showing why they are top of the table. But who is going to get the vital 2 points here that will carry them into first place? I really don't know. I guess up and away for me, but it's really too close to call. Really, really too close to call for me.
The winner, by unanimous decision, is up and away. Despite taking some big hits from Dato, Up just barely moves above Dato in the standings. Now, Yoink is taking on Jimbo James, and they're using their undercutter for this match.
3, 2, 1.
And it's Double J Jimbo James versus Yoink, and Jimbo James going for the undercutter weapon here. Interesting choice, I guess, hoping to try and hit at the wheels of Yoink here. Yoink does have a lifting arm though. Lifters tend to do quite good against horizontal spinners, I've noticed. They are pretty good at controlling them around, and it's definitely controlling the battle here. Yoink really does want to get some points here. An embarrassing loss, very nearly beating up and away through ring out. It was a driver error that actually saved up and away. And Yoink trying to lift and control Jimbo James into the ring out zone. It'll be a bit of deja vu for Double J, I feel, if it gets another ring out. And that'll be quite embarrassing if it loses a ring out yet again, because I feel like if it fights up and away, it'd probably go that way again. Jimbo James really struggling this heat so far, and it's really struggling against Yoink here. Yoink is all over them here. They really are all over them, like a Greco-Roman wrestler, getting in the grapples, the tosses, the holds. And Jimbo James stuck up against the screws. I think it is going to use the unstick. Yes, there we go. Using the unstick feature there. And Yoink just really controlling the tide of battle here. Jimbo James really can't do anything. They really can't. Really struggling. Yoink, again, trying to come with the lifting forks. The two purple machines going at it. The purple lifter and the purple spinner. Jimbo James very nearly was deemed a ring out, but using the spinning weapon to bounce back into the arena. Very unique strategy there. I don't know if it was intentional, maybe more luck than judgment perhaps, but it does keep them in the battle for just that extra bit longer. Yoink though, they really do need to get a KO. They really do. Both machines need to get a KO. I feel like at this stage, a judge's decision won't cut it if they want to win the heats. Maybe if they want a wild card, but to win the heats, I don't think so. Especially how after this match, both machines will only have one fight left. Yoink really are doing a good job at controlling Jimbo James though. They are doing a fantastic job. Jimbo James really has been struggling. The undercutter, maybe it wasn't the right choice of weapon. I think it has caused some shards, some sparks I've noticed have been flying, but I'm not too sure if it's from Yoink or Jimbo James. Both machines do have purple on them. The purple lifting weaponry of Yoink and Jimbo James, well it's all purple. Purple Double J. And well, Double J very nearly bouncing into the ring out zone. Yoink again Jimbo James, oh, I thought they're stuck on their side then, and well, they don't have the unstick option left for them. If they do get stuck on their side and immobilize, it would be a count out. Yoink. Again, like I said, they're doing a really good job at controlling, but they're not finishing them off. They really aren't finishing them off. You need to get the 3 points here. You really do. I really don't think 2 points is going to cut it. And it is going to go to the judges, unless if Yoink does something spectacular here, but it's not going to happen. It's going to go to the judges.
Cease.
I feel this is very much a foregone conclusion here. Yoink were on Jimbo James that whole battle, controlling them around the arena, basically giving them a whole tour of the arena, like, oh, check out the ring out zone, check out the screws, check out the saws, check out the spikes. But what I worry is, well, it's not going to be the full 3 points. Yoink is a very impressive machine, but, like, I don't think 2 points is going to be enough to, you know, bring them back into this heat. I think Jimbo James is running his heat is, well and truly over. They do have one more battle, but Yoink, it's a great machine, but it just lacks that killer instinct.
And the winner, by unanimous decision, is Yoink. Another judge's decision brings points to both bots, but it's Yoink who takes it. Now, Jimbo James is back in the arena to take on the table leaders, up, and away.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Good battle this is. Jimbo James going for the undercut weapon again, and up, and away. Throwing them, well, up, and away. Now, up, and away is tied in points currently with Dato, so it really is going to need a KO victory here. You know, hopefully apply a bit of pressure onto Dato to try and KO Yoink to, well, try and bring the heat win back. But a judge's win at this stage, very risky. It's very risky. Up, and away needs to show that killer instinct, that raw flipper power, and, well, throw Jimbo James out the arena. I think Double J, they're just in it for fun at this point. I'm sure Duck won't mind. He's already got, like, 2 machines in the grand finals. He can lose one. It's fine. And again, well, bringing in that undercutter weapon, toppling up, and away, up and over, but not up, over, and out. Just up and over temporarily. Because up, and away, very quick to self-right, and again, bringing in that very, very powerful flipper. It's a very unique type of flipper as well. It's like a dustpan. It just scoops in underneath, it just scoops into all the nooks and crannies and just really, really launches them, throws them over. You ever played Super Mario 64 and Dire Dogs? They have those little enemies, they got like dustpans. You go on them, they throw you into the air, they do a hell of a lot of damage. That's sort of what up, and away is making me think of here. But Jimbo James throwing them around at the moment. Jimbo James knocking them into the hammers, up, and away. They look stuck, but, well, I think they are stuck. I thought they were about to... No, they're down. Up, and away, going down, and away. And, well, Jimbo James, well, the battle seemingly looking on the up, getting in some nice hits, but that big flipper again, it's always such a worry. It's always such a dangerous weapon. Look at that flip. That has got to be one of the biggest flips this series so far. Throwing them backwards, the distance and the height, that was impressive. Jimbo James, they look disoriented now. And, well, from Double J, well, looking very impressive in the early goings, getting him some nice hits. Up, and away is now back on the up, and they are throwing them, well, all over the arena. Double J coming back down. They are definitely rocking and rolling, but not in the best of ways, and hopping and jumping, and I think they very nearly went over that wall just then. And, oh, up, and away, getting knocked there. That's the thing. Jimbo James, very unlucky, because, like, it has definitely shown very good promise this heat with that spinner. It's just been a bad draw, really. It's just been a really bad draw. It's had, like, 3 machines it's really struggled against, and, well, up, and away, it's no exception. And much like its battle with Yoink, up, and away, with a few exceptions, has really been all over Jimbo James. But again, 2 points at this crucial stage. Will it be enough?
6.
I don't really know why we're doing a recap here, because, well, I think it's kind of obvious who's won the judge's decision. That was, for the most part, all up, and away. Jimbo James did get in the damage, did show off what it was made of. I really do hope they come back again soon. Maybe with a Double J too, perhaps. but up and away, it was mostly all about them getting in the big flips. But, you know, with how crucial this stage is, with them tied in points with Dato, is 2 points going to be enough? It really does all depend on the final battle, really. It really does. Great battle, though.
The winner, by unanimous decision, is Up and Away. With the 4th judge's decision in a row, and the 3rd judge's decision victory for Up and Away, it may seem like they're the winners of this heat, but Dato still has a chance to take over if they beat Yoink by a KO. Yoink, if they win in any way possible, they'll be able to take the wildcard spot, and Up and Away will win the heat. So, a lot to play for this final match of the heat. Enough talking, let's head down to the arena.
3, 2, 1, activate.
An insanely high-stakes final battle here. This really is all to play for. Datos, if they get the KO win, they win the heat. If they get a judge's win, they get the wild card. Yoink, if they win in any way whatsoever, while they won't win the heat, they will get the wild card. This is why it's more than just winning. You've got to get those vital KO points. You really do, as it can genuinely turn the tide of battle, and you can progress over a machine who's previously beaten you. And Dato's currently upended. Yoink controlling the tide of battle so far. We saw them expertly control Double J in their encounter, so they know how to deal with horizontal spinners. And with those sort of gaps on Datos, it could be susceptible to the forks of Yoink, the lifting prongs. And, you know, control them, carry them around, maybe get a ring out. But really, this is just going to be an absolutely brilliant slobber knocker, an absolutely brilliant barn burner. Datos being knocked up and over, Yoink crashing into the saws. Very, very good match so far. Yoink lifting up Datos trying to maneuver away, crashing around. It's very uncontrollable as Datos, but when it gets the hits from the spinner, it's very powerful. Yoink, meanwhile, while it isn't the most destructive, far from it, destruction is not what the machine's about. It's all about the lift and the control. It really is yin and yang, polar opposites, control versus power. And well, at the moment, it looks like control is winning, but power just needs a few good hits to, well, really turn the tide. But they are near the ring out zone. Are they going to use an unstick? Is Yoink going to try and come in for the ring out? Well, Datos, they look stuck. Will Yoink? Oh, well, Datos uses the unstick. They used the unstick. They still had their unstick left. If they didn't have it, it would have been game over for them, and they're running this heat and their chance of getting that wild card. But again, they're getting stuck. And is that a ring out? Is that a ring out? Is that a ring out? Oh my God, is that a ring out? Datos are stuck, and Yoink, well, they started the heat messing up a ring out victory, but they are going to make up for that here. Redemption is granted, and Yoink, well, from the jaws of defeat, gets the wild card. That is absolutely crushing for ThatBuilderBoi, I am sure. Datos were very impressive this heat. Started off this heat with a win, and they could have won it all. They really could have, but Yoink, well, they take the wild card win, and through KO. That was very impressive. Yoink, a very impressive machine, showing off what it was made of, getting the ring out.
And it will be Yoink breaking the deadlock of judges' decisions to take the wildcard spot, and Up and Away will win the heat. It was a very judges' decision heavy heat, and every robot did their utmost, but in the end, our spinners fell to the 2 control bots of the heat as Up and Away takes the heat victory. Thank you for watching. I've been your host ThatBuilderBoi, and join us for the next heat.